Hi Cancer, this is your love reading for the end of July through to the end of August. In the past I have done just the general readings, but I thought I would try and give the love readings a go this time. So we'll see what happens. As I've said in past videos, I always pre-shuffle and lay out the cards before recording, as I feel that this does save time and allows me to get straight into your reading. The first card we have at the moment is the Five of Pentacles. 5 generally is not a good number in tarot, and this 5 is showing that there is a self-enforced feeling of desolation, that there has been either some bad judgment or some insecurity issues or even greed within a relationship, and it has resulted in a breakup of the relationship or a possible breakup. Maybe you are the one that's been acting insecure. And I should just say that being a Pentacles card, this is earth related, which is Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. It is possible there could be somebody in your life with that sun sign, but I don't always like to pinpoint particular people within a reading. But it's either you or somebody else that has behaved in, it can say greedy, I'm afraid, and an insecure way. And the result of that is a breakup or possible breakup within this partnership. The next card we have is the Four of Swords. Now, the swords are air energy, which is Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. And this card has fallen within your helping and hindering position. This card, strangely enough, because we had with the Pentacles this feeling of enforced isolation, the Four of Swords is saying that you is reinforcing that you are feeling isolated, and that you are feeling possibly deliberately isolated from somebody within your life. But it's saying that you need to try to accept this situation, and you need to try to make peace with it. If there is a way that you can resolve any past disagreements, then do so. But it is also saying that some time out is needed. Maybe a break. Maybe this relationship needs a break, or to be put on hold for the moment, because I feel that there's such a stressful atmosphere, and it's not serving anybody any good. But definitely you are feeling isolated in some way within a relationship. And it is suggesting that you do need to accept the situation for what it is at the moment, and to try to create some peace within your life rather than arguments and battles. And if remaining in this relationship at the present moment is going to continue to cause stress for both parties, then it is possible that it would be good to take a break from the relationship for the moment. The next card we have is the Queen of Cups. Now we have your own energy. The cups are water, and that is for Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. The Queen of Cups it has fallen within the root of the situation, and it's showing that somebody is very compassionate, somebody that likes to nurture her friends and family, somebody who is very much emotion based, somebody that acts with emotion. And that is very much you as a Cancer. And I think at the moment this is how you are feeling. Maybe you are feeling extremely emotional at the moment. And when emotions are running high, that can also create stress and tension. And maybe because you are feeling or coming across so emotional, that could be cause for why the other person is isolating you at the moment, because it's just too much and it's causing stress. But I feel that you at the moment are, you are feeling extremely emotional about a situation. The next card we have is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, at the moment, he is reversed. And the Hanged Man is a major arcana. And what this card has fallen within your past, but something that's still having an effect now. And this card is saying that there has been some refusal with you to change. A refusal to examine your true attitudes towards a person or a relationship. And because you are refusing to examine your attitudes to a situation, it's keeping you in limbo. Because you can see in this picture, the person's not actually hanging from the tree, he's just standing against the tree. And at any point he can walk away. It doesn't have to mean literally walking away, but this period of limbo or feeling in limbo can be removed. But it's going to require you to examine your attitudes towards a relationship, and for you to gain some fresh perspective about it all. It's saying that you need to consider your approach and the way you are handling a problem. and by looking at your approach to a situation, and as I said, examining your attitudes towards someone or the relationship in itself, then you may find the answers there and find the opportunity to change those attitudes. Because otherwise, if you don't, you're going to continue to feel in limbo. The next card we have is the Ace of Wands, which is also reversed. Aces generally are good cards because they signify new beginnings. The Wands are fire energy, which is Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. When the Ace is reversed, and this has fallen within your present moment, again, this is something that is languishing due to people problems. And again, I feel that you are just languishing and nothing is being sorted or solved, which is causing a lot of frustration. But I feel it's because you are still in limbo and you are not examining your whole attitude towards this situation. Maybe you are thinking it's all somebody else's fault and stubbornly refusing to see that some of this situation can be related to you. Because the Five of Pentacles did speak of an enforced isolation. The Four of Swords spoke of somebody isolating you. But I feel it could be your whole thought process and your whole attitude towards this relationship that's making you feel isolated. And, you know, the Ace of Wands again is saying that, you know, everything's just languishing. You know, it's just like there's just been people problems or bad timing in things, but just a whole delay of something moving forward in the way it should. Now here, for the near future, we have a slight improvement. We have the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands can symbolize much happier times. It can speak of not rushing things. It can indicate the moving of a home or finally putting roots down somewhere. It can also show celebrations or being invited to special events, i.e. maybe you'll hear that somebody is getting married or there is a christening and you've been invited to attend that. The Four of Wands is quite a social card overall, and it says about the broadening and more enjoyment within your life coming back. And maybe that's exactly what this card is going to represent for your near future, that after feeling isolated and maybe cut out in some way, that can get sorted if you can look at your own attitudes towards something and stop being in limbo, that then happier times can come along and you can start to feel part of something again. You can maybe start to feel that you are more part of this relationship again and not feeling isolated. The next card we have is the Page of Wands, which is reversed. The page, this has fallen within the attitude of you, okay, at the moment. And it could show that you could be being a bit gossipy at the moment. And there could be some misinformation around you, or some slight manipulation tactics going on. If it isn't you behaving in this way, then it could be somebody around you. But I feel that there's a little bit of gossip, and not nice gossip. And it's either coming from you or it's coming from somebody else. But it can also represent that the truth is being slightly twisted, and the correct information is not necessarily being passed on properly, because pages are all about information, communication, being given messages. And maybe there's some blockage on receiving messages at the moment, or information is not coming through correctly, or the information that you're receiving is being thwarted in some way. Here we have the Page of Cups. So we've got your water energy back again here. The Page of Cups is has fallen within your environment, or friends and family. The page is about bringing messages, but with this comes some contemplation. And we had the Page of Wands where information maybe wasn't coming through correctly. And now we have another page, the Page of Cups, that again is bringing messages. And these messages could require some contemplation, because you can see inside the cup there is a fish. And the person in this card is really focusing very much on that fish. And it's like they are very much deep in thought and really contemplating on what this message is that's being delivered to them. So I feel that at the moment you could be feeling very much, again, emotional or governed by your emotions. You could be feeling quite intuitive as well at this moment in time. But definitely feeling very needing to contemplate things, I think, very much. Here we have the Five of Swords. Now this is the fallen within your need to know and hopes and fears. As I said at the beginning with the Five of Pentacles, 5 is not a good number within tarot. And the 5 is showing that there's the swords as well, I must say, like I said to you, are representative of the air, but the swords are all to do with the thought and the mind and the action, all in the mind and the thoughts. And the Five of Swords is very much representative of it's like there's been some battle mentally for you, or that you are fearing there is going to be a battle mentally with somebody, not physically. And it's saying that this is a fruitless fight, that it's better to admit defeat than allow yourself to be dragged in to this battles of the mind. It's better to, because it's strange, because Scorpio had exactly the same card in the same position, and the card speaks of pride before a fall. And yes, you may win a battle mentally, but it's going to be fruitless. It's not going to bring any happiness. It's not going to achieve anything. And sometimes it's best to just walk away from that battle and not be dragged into it. It's best to just extricate yourself from this situation. And sometimes it can be more courageous to walk away than it can be to stand and have this battle with somebody. Because you may win the battle, but it's not going to make you feel good. It's not going to bring happiness to you. You may feel good for that period of time when the battle's been won, but when you look back and reflect on it, it's not going to bring you any happiness knowing that you won. It's, as I said, it's a fruitless battle. Next we have the Queen of Wands, which is reversed, and again, strangely enough, Scorpio had this card as their outcome card as well, but for them it was upright. This Queen of Wands is showing that somebody could be having a destructive effect within your relationship. It is possible there could be some infidelity. There could be some opposition to this relationship. There could be some jealousy and deceit. It can show that there could be interference from outside people who are interfering within this relationship, and that is causing some opposition or some jealousy. But it's showing that there is some, as I said, possible infidelity going on or some possible deceit. It can also indicate that somebody just has far too much responsibility and is not able to fulfill all the promises that they've made because they've literally taken on too much and they can't fulfill everything that they've agreed to fulfill. But overall, and because it's a queen, it can indicate a woman, but it doesn't have to. It can also represent how you are going to be feeling. Maybe you are going to feel some form of jealousy and feel that somebody is deceiving you. Or maybe it's you doing the deceiving. I'm going to pull a clarifying card onto this. We have the Nine of Wands here. Now, the Nine of Wands speaks of perseverance, okay? It is a positive card. And it's a card of saying that forewarned is forearmed. In this card, you can see all these wands in the back. And he's stood there and he's kind of looking. And it's like he's expecting trouble to come. So he's put all these wands there to protect and to act as a barrier. And he's looking out as though he's expecting something to happen. He's expecting some problem or issue. But what this card is saying is that because you are expecting it, then you are ready for it. And that you have your own inner strength to rely on within this situation, and you have a safety network behind you. The safety network could be friends or family, but whatever it is, you have a safety net behind you, and you are prepared for things to go wrong, and you are ready for it. I'm going to pull one more to clarify this. Okay, well, that's not great, because the Ten of Cups in the upright is the most beautiful card you can get. Unfortunately, the Ten of Cups is signifying that things are not good. It is it's a card of some revelations, some secrets finally coming out. It can be a group of people or family that are abusing generosity, or who are interfering in some way within a relationship. Overall, it's a card of discord and things feeling completely out of kilter. But as you had here with the Nine of Wands, I think you are prepared for this. You are expecting some secrets maybe to come out, or you are expecting some revelations to be made. And like I said, you're forewarned and you're forearmed, and you've got a safety network or a safety net behind you. So when these secrets do maybe come out, or things are known to you, you are able to deal with them. You have the strength there to deal with them. You have your safety net in place, and you are ready. So it may not be the best outcome in terms of maybe there being some disharmony and discord within a relationship, and possibly some secrets and revelations coming to the surface. But on the plus note, you are ready, and maybe you are expecting this, and when it happens, it's not going to be so much of a shock to the system, because you are expecting something to be revealed to you. And like I said, you have put in place everything you need to help you deal with this situation when things are finally revealed. Which, as I said, it's, yes, there is a negative, but there's also a positive there, because it's not going to bring you down. You're going to have the strength to deal with this. So Cancer, that is your love reading completed. I do hope that somebody out there has been able to understand it and it has made sense to somebody. Even if small sections of the reading apply to you, then that's great. I really would appreciate a thumbs up if you liked the video, and if you didn't, then by all means give a thumbs down. I do also appreciate any comments that are made, and I do read all of the comments that are left for me, and I do reply to every comment. I will see you again in September for your general and love reading then, and I hope that this reading has, as I said, made sense to somebody and has helped somebody. Thank you for watching. Bye.